The truth is a biting coldness, and last session it bore its icy fangs into your group. You were cunningly ensnared, drawn to this desolate area under the guise of bringing 2 traffickers to justice. Yet the stark reality paints a harrowing portrait. The captain and her entire crew, drowning in corruption, had other designs. The agonizing weight of betrayal was punctuated by the chilling cackle of the captain's pistol, which was aimed directly at Tronald. Blood splattered, painting a tragic tale on the ground beneath him, as his heart raced in panicked beats before succumbing to an eerie silence as he collapsed to the floor. With the echoes of treachery still ringing in your ears, the stage is set for a gruesome skirmish. Steel yourselves, for battle is imminent. I'm going to need everyone to roll for initiative.
That's a natural 20 for me, for a total of 23.
A 21 total for me, Joe.
And a 20 for me.
What's going on, Joe? Am I rolling initiative or what?
Yeah, you need to be in the initiative order, dude, because it will determine when you make your death saves.
Oh, great. That's a 13.
That's good. Now it means that you don't have to worry about any saves, before we all have our turns at least.
All right, so the captain is up first with an initiative of 24. A sinister grin etches its way across her features. Swiftly, she draws her short sword. With predatory speed, she lunges at the fallen Tronald, aiming a vicious slash at his vulnerable form.
Oh my God, she's going to kill me.
So she rolled a 21, which is an auto crit. That's 2 failed death saves for you, Tronald. Now she's going to use her bonus action to disengage and run down here beside one of the sailors. All right, Saxiron, you're up.
So the first thing I do is pull on the mechanism on my hip, assembling my armor. Then I run towards the barbarian and stab him in his chest with my rapier whilst casting Booming Blade, where I will roll with advantage because he's still bound and classed as restrained. That's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, so that's 9 points of piercing damage as well as 5 points of thunder damage if he moves from his spot.
Nice.
Now I'm going to run here behind Celestia, provoking the attack of opportunity from the meaty man.
Okay, so he's going to try make a headbutt towards you for his attack of opportunity. That's a 20 to hit, so it still misses you. All right, Celestia, you're up with Raarh on deck.
So I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon in the form of a giant scimitar behind a beefy boy.
Nice.
That's an 18 to hit, which I'm assuming hits if Saxy's attack did. I rolled a 6 on my damage, plus 5, so that's 11 total force damage. Then I'm going to cast Healing Word on Tronald at level 1.
Good looking out, Celestia.
That's 8 points of healing.
Thank you.
So that's 2 bonus actions you used, Celestia. I'm assuming you just wanted to do one of them as your action, right?
That's right, Joe.
Okay, channeling the depths of your faith and power, the air around you begins to vibrate with raw energy before coalescing into the form of a majestic, ethereal scimitar. It shimmers and radiates a divine aura, its blade honed by the gods themselves. With a mental command, you send it slashing towards the hulking figure, its ethereal edge seeking purchase. Without missing a beat, you pivot to face Tronald. Whispering ancient words of healing, a soothing wave of restorative energy cascades towards him, seeking to mend the wounds inflicted upon his form. Okay, Raarh, you're up.
I would like to fucking rage! Then I want to charge towards the fucking traitor and cleave at the bitch with my great axe. I'll be using a reckless great weapon master attack.
Fuck her up, buddy.
That's a 22 total to hit, minus 5 for the great weapon master, so a 17 total.
Nice work, man.
I rolled an 8 on my damage, plus all my bonuses, so that's 24 points of fucking slashing damage.
Awesome. Well, the captain's going to use her reaction to uncanny dodge that attack, reducing your damage to 12.
Uncanny dodge all you fucking want. I've got another one coming next turn with your name on it, bitch.
All right, now it's the thick boy's turn. He's going to fucking rage, snapping out of what you now realize were very loosely set restraints before running towards one of the sailors who's holding his falchion. He spins around before jumping towards Celestia and making a devastating slash down towards you. That's a natural 20 to hit.
Silvery fucking barbs.
Clutch.
Thanks, buddy. I just saw my life flash before my eyes.
Damn, his new roll is a 15, so I'm pretty sure that misses.
Indeed it does, Joester.
Oh, and I want to give the advantage to Celestia.
Okay, well, it's your turn now, Tronald.
Okay, I shout towards the woman, you fucked with the wrong group, before running up here near Saxy and casting Hold Person on her.
Ooh, nice. Damn, she rolled a 19 to save.
Not on your life. I go ahead and give her my Portent 8.
Damn. I'm pretty sure that's the last of your portents, right?
Yeah, I used the other one when I was arm wrestling the harbor master.
Tronald, with determination etched onto your face, you extend a hand towards the captain. Your fingers curl in arcane patterns as you chant words in a mystical dialect, pulling at the threads of magic interwoven in the very fabric of existence. The very air around the captain seems to thicken and shimmer. A dance of energy begins its hypnotic weave. Invisible tendrils tendrils of force close in on her, spiraling tighter and tighter, seeking to bind her very essence. Her movements start to falter, growing sluggish as if wading through a viscous mire. Her eyes betray a glint of panic, her limbs straining against the paralyzing grip of your formidable spell. For a moment, the entire world seems to hold its breath as the captain is ensnared, held captive not by chains or ropes, but by sheer, unyielding magical will.
Excellent.
Now it's Sailor 1 and Sailor 5's go. Sailor 1 is going to take a slash towards Raarh with his short sword. He rolled a 16 to hit. And a 5 for his damage, which is reduced to 2 because of your rage. Sailor 5 runs behind the magical individual, using his sword to cut off his bindings before making his way towards Celestia. Now it's the magical individual's turn.
Okay, let's see what he can do.
The mage dashes to his chosen spot with purpose, his robes trailing behind him like whispers of shadow. As he halts, he slowly raises a hand skyward, fingers splayed. The ambient sounds seem to fade, replaced by the unmistakable hum of gathering arcane power. Electricity, wild and unpredictable, forms around his fingertips, crackling and dancing with a chaotic rhythm. The very air grows thick with tension as the blue-white arcs of energy twist and writhe like serpents hungry for release. And then, with a swift, calculated gesture, the mage unleashes the fury of his witch bolt. But there's an added layer to his spell, as the electric arc splits mid-flight, producing twin bolts of devastating power. Each one seeks its target with unerring precision, Celestia and Saxiron. That's a 23 to hit you, Saxy, and a 9 to hit Celestia.
Yeah, that hits me.
Misses.
Okay, so that's 19 points of lightning damage to you, Saxy.
What the fuck? 19 points of damage?
Yeah, it seems like he has upcast his spell.
Sorry, Saxy, I didn't have my reaction up yet.
Don't worry about me, Tronald. Just keep yourself alive.
All right, now it's the rest of the sailors' turns. Sailor 4 is going to run behind Celestia, getting a flanking bonus to the slashing attack he's going to make with his short sword. That's a 17 to hit.
That misses me, Joe.
Sailor 3 is going to run behind Raarh. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me.
And 8 points of slashing damage reduced to 4.
That's pussy damage. I eat it for breakfast.
What, pussy or damage?
Both.
Sailor 2 is going to move slightly up here, then make a shot at Tronald with his pistol. That's a 17 to hit.
That would hit me, but I'm going to use one of my luckies, seeing as I don't have a reaction available yet.
Nice. His next roll is a 13 to hit.
That misses me.
All right, so top of the round, the captain is going to try and break free from the hold person spell. That's a 19 total.
I use a lucky.
That's a 16.
Damn it, she's free. You're lucky I don't have my reaction available, or you'd be getting the full force of my cheese.
Well, don't worry too much. She still had to spend her whole action and bonus action breaking free from the spell. It's just that next turn she will be able to act again.
I accept these terms.
Okay, Saxy, you're up.
Right, I pull out my own pistol and take a sharpshooter shot at the sorcerer. That's a 22 minus 5, so 17 total.
Saxiron, you squeeze the trigger of your pistol, its familiar weight and intention clear in your hand. Yet even as the explosive report heralds the bullet's departure, the sorcerer moves with a fluidity and swiftness that seems almost inhuman. With barely a gesture, he summons a shimmering barrier around himself, a coat of ethereal armor that pulses with arcane energy. The bullet collides with the magical shield, its momentum halted, its purpose denied by the sorcerer's magical intervention.
Fuck. I don't know why I didn't expect that to happen. I shouldn't have used sharpshooter.
Don't worry about it, Saxy. We live and we learn.
Celestia, you're up.
So the first thing I'm going to do is cast silence on the wizard's mask.
Okay. Well, even though you're casting it on an item, I'm still going to have him make a save on it.
How come?
Well, after last time, I did a little bit of digging on how the spell can be used, and apparently even if you cast the silence spell on an object, it remains static to where the object was when you cast it. Now, I'm willing to homebrew it so that the silence can be moved when on an object, as I feel like this could make for some cool and unique situations, but I won't allow it to be movable and unsavable. I'm sure you'll agree that's fair.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, you're absolutely being fair, and I respect your decision to venture towards fun rather than purely rules-based.
Joe is a generous god.
Yeah, a generous god that tried to one-shot me.
Hey, I didn't try to one-shot you. It was the captain, and she did one-shot you. Count yourself lucky you've got allies looking out for you. Damn, so the sorcerer rolled a 9, so the mask and the area surrounding it has been silenced.
Excellent. Now I'm going to command my spiritual weapon to attack the barbarian. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him.
And 12 points of force damage.
Very nice. All right, now it's Raarh's turn.
Jesus, fuck, you scared the shit out of me, man.
Can you repeat yourself, buddy? I didn't quite catch what you wanted to do.
I said I wanted to make another reckless great weapon master attack on the traitor.
That's definitely not what you said.
Go for it, man.
All right, so that's a 17 total to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And 21 points of damage.
Sweet, so she's going to use her uncanny dodge to reduce that damage to 10.
How many times can she use that shit?
She can use it once per round. Anyway, now it's the big guy's turn. He's going to slice towards you, Celestia, with his falchion. That's a 21 to hit.
Yep, my AC is 18.
Wow, he rolled a 2 on his damage, so that's 8 points of slashing damage to you.
Sorry for ever thinking this guy could beat you, Raarh. He's pretty lame.
He's going to attack you again with his frenzied attack as a bonus action. That's a 19 to hit. And 11 points of damage.
Next time I'll just keep my mouth shut, I guess.
I'm going to need 2 concentration saves from you, Celestia, to try maintain your silence spell.
That's a 19 and an 11, so I maintain concentration.
Nice. All right, Tronald, you're up.
I'm going to cast Hold Person again on the captain. I refuse to let her get any kind of momentum going.
So she saved with a 22.
Lucky.
Nice. So her second roll was an 11. She is once again held.
Nice work, Tronald. Keeping her pinned down is massive.
Now it's Sailor 1 and Sailor 5's go. Sailor 1 is going to take a slashing attack against Raarh, with advantage because of your reckless attack. That's a 13 total, which misses, right?
Correct.
Sailor 5 is going to make a shot at Tronald from within the sphere of silence. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me, Joe.
Dude, aren't you going to use shield or your silvery barbs as a reaction?
No, I'm not. Trust me, buddy.
You've got us through some crazy stuff in the past. You have my trust, Tronald.
Okay, so that's 6 points of piercing damage to you, Tronald, as the bullet, silent yet deadly, fires out of the sphere of silence and digs into your flesh. I'm going to need you to make a concentration check on your Hold Person spell.
With advantage because of my Warcaster feat. That's a 14 to save, so I pass.
Now it's the sorcerer's turn. He takes a few deliberate steps, his every movement measured and purposeful. His eyes dart around, confusion momentarily clouding his face as he grapples with the stifling sensation regarding the cause of his silence. Then, his fingers frantically trace the edges of the mask, realizing its cursed bind. With a swift motion, fueled by urgency and frustration, he tears the mask off, casting it disdainfully to the ground where it lands with a silent thud. As the mask falls away, the sunlight further reveals the pallor of his skin, a deep shade of midnight, sharp, angular features, eyes like twin orbs of burning silver, and the trademark white hair cascading over his shoulders. The lineage of a dark elf emerges from beneath the mask. Gathering himself, he then moves another 25 feet, putting even more distance between himself and the looming threats. He's unable to repeat his witch bolt to you, Saxy, because he spent his whole action removing the silence from himself.
Excellent.
All right, now it's Sailor 4, Sailor 3, and Sailor 2's turn. Sailor 4 is going to make a slash towards you, Celestia. That's a 15, so it misses. The next one is going to take a swing for Raarh. Also a miss. And the final one is going to take a shot at Tronald. Another miss. Damn, these sailors just can't hit their mark.
It's fair to say that they have bitten off more than they can chew.
Let's not get cocky, Tronald.
Okay, so top of the round, the captain is going to try and break free from this damn Hold Person spell. That's a 17 to save, so she breaks the hold.
Now I use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs on the captain, giving the advantage to Celestia.
Damn, she rolled a 14, failing the roll, which means she is still held.
Beautiful. Now's your chance, Raarh. Fuck her up.
Saxy, it's your turn. What you doing?
I want to move up to where the sorcerer threw his mask on the floor, picking it up and throwing it 25 feet so it is back next to him.
Incredible.
Nice. All right, well, I'm not going to make you roll for throwing something 25 feet, especially whilst you have your power armor donned.
Cool. Then I want to activate my defensive field as a bonus action, giving me 4 temporary health points.
Nice. With a determined glint in your eye, you channel the energy of your power armor, causing the air around you to shimmer and condense, giving birth to a translucent, almost ethereal barrier. It pulses with a soft, protective glow, enveloping you like a guardian, ready to absorb a certain degree of harm.
Can you use that every turn, Saxy?
No, I only have a limited amount available.
All right, Celestia, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to command my spiritual weapon to attack the barbarian. That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, a 15 still hits.
So that's 9 points of force damage. How is he looking, Joe?
I mean, he wasn't looking great even before this fight began, but after this ass-kicking you guys have served to him, he's looking pretty fucking rough.
Then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at the sorcerer, using Tronald's gifted advantage to cancel out the disadvantage I would have received from being next to this guy. That's an 18 to hit. And I'm assuming he can't cast shield because of Saxiron's big brain move of throwing the silenced mask next to him?
Yeah, that's right. So an 18 does hit.
Awesome. Well, that's 20 points of radiant damage, and the next hit on him is made with advantage.
That's amazing. That brings us to Raarh.
Right, I want to let out a scream of rage. Then I want to smash this bitch in the face with my great axe. Even though she's held, I'll be going reckless, great weapon master. That's a 22 to hit. And as for the damage, That's an 11 on my dice roll, plus 10 because of the Great Weapon Master, doubled to 42 because of her being paralyzed, making it an auto crit, plus my rage bonus, plus my modifier. That brings me to 48 points of damage.
Wow.
What a Chad.
That's actually insane, dude. Even if she could use her uncanny dodge, she cannot withstand that damage output. Raarh, how do you want to do this?
I want to raise my axe high into the air, looking her directly in her paralyzed eyes before saying, "Nobody touches my fucking Tronald," before cleaving down, taking off her head and booting it as far as I can.
So fucking epic. In a display of raw, primal prowess alongside a powerful kick, you send the captain's severed head flying, its final expression one of sheer terror. The chilling sight sends a shockwave of dread across her crew and the sorcerer, their eyes wide with horror. You sense that given the slightest opportunity, their next instinct will be to scatter and flee.
Nice work, man.
Now it's the beefy boy's turn. He's the only one who seems unfazed by what's just happened. He's going to take a slash towards Celestia. That's a natural 20!
Jeez, no need to sound so fucking excited by it, Joe.
Tronald, have you got anything?
Nope.
That's 22 points of damage.
All right, well, I'm down.
Fuck.
Celestia, with a devastating slash of his blade, it cleaves through the air, striking you squarely in the chest. The sheer force and precision of the attack sends you spiraling, the world blurring around you before you crash to the ground, succumbing to the cold embrace of unconsciousness. Now he's going to use his bonus action to make another attack against your lifeless form. That's a 19 to hit, so mark down 2 failed death saves.
This isn't ideal.
The barbarian, his eyes alight with a malevolent fervor, is going to use a free action to brutally tear away the stitches binding his mouth shut. As the threads yield to his force, arcane runes ignite across his form, pulsating with a menacing energy. Tronald and Saxy, your senses are immediately alert to the raw magical power emanating from him. With your understanding of the arcane, I'm going to need both of you to make an arcana check.
That's a 14 for me.
21 total for me, Joe.
Tronald, with a roll of 21, the realization hits you with the force of a tidal wave. This is no ordinary enchantment. It's a cataclysmic arcane self-destruction designed not only to annihilate the vessel it's anchored to, but to unleash a torrential burst of devastation upon everything in its vicinity. The scope of the impending detonation remains uncertain, yet its potency is unmistakable. It's a final gambit, a desperate measure to ensure that the secrets he carries are obliterated, rendering them unreachable by even the most potent magical divinations, and in the process, intending to obliterate anyone unlucky enough to be within its deadly radius.
Fuck. This thing is going to kill Celestia outright.
Joe, do I have any idea how long we have before he goes boom?
You gather that the sequence will finalize at the start of his next turn.
Right.
Well, it's your turn now, Tronald. What's the plan?
I'm going to cast Vortex Warp on Celestia, moving her body 30 feet upwards, although I have serious concerns that she still may not be far enough away.
Okay, so here's the thing, Tronald. Under normal circumstances, an ally could actively choose to fail a saving throw from your Vortex Warp to be moved away from harm. But because Celestia is unconscious, I feel as though it would all be down to natural instincts and not one of choice. So for that reason, I'm going to rule that Celestia still needs to make a saving throw against it and cannot choose to fail.
Oh, great. Are you trying to get her killed or something?
It makes sense. If she succeeds, I could run over and give her a healing potion. But then I wouldn't have enough movement to get either of us away from the explosion. So you would have to use our remaining 2 health potions on me and Celestia, Tronald.
Of course. I rolled an 18, guys. I'm assuming that passes.
Damn, yeah, you're stuck there, Celestia.
Unlucky. All right, all the sailors are going to use their full action to move as far away as they can towards the rowboats. Raarh, you can get an attack of opportunity on either Sailor 1 or Sailor 3.
I'll just take a swing at Sailor 1. That's a 16 to hit, and 15 points of damage.
With that, your swing at the sailor almost cleaves him in two, sending his lifeless body to the floor. Now it's the sorcerer's turn. He's going to move towards the rowboats, then cast Web here, not only hindering your ability to chase him down, but giving you a sticky situation, that if you run in to help your ally, you very well could be entrapped in the web before you can even get there, taking the full force of the impending explosion. Saxy, you're up.
Fuck, I don't know what to do here. Sod it. Joe, I run towards Celestia, hoping to give her a health potion.
Roll a strength saving throw.
For fuck's sake. That's a 9 total, Joe.
Damn, Saxy. Desperation fuels your every step as you lunge towards Celestia, determined to shield her from her all but guaranteed death. But just as hope flares in your heart, an insidious force ensnares your feet. A dread realization dawns upon you. The treacherous webbing has you bound, rendering you immobile, just inches away from saving her. The weight of helplessness bears down upon you as the seconds tick by menacingly.
In that case, I'm going to take a shot at the sorcerer. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
and 8 points of damage.
Nice. The sorcerer is looking really rough now.
I'm sorry, Celestia. There's literally nothing else I can do.
Speaking of Celestia, it's your turn now. Give me a death saving throw.
That's a 12.
All right, so that's 2 fails and 1 success. That brings us to you, Raarh. What you gonna do?
I look around and see the situation that we're all in, realizing that Celestia and Saxiron are far too close to where the upcoming explosion will be. Knowing that this could very well be the death of one, if not both of them, I shout out, "I refuse to lose any one of you guys." Then I'm going to charge towards the barbarian, grappling him with a contested strength.
Interesting. All right, roll it.
What did he get, Joe?
He rolled a 19 total. What about you?
I rolled a 20 total.
Damn. Nice work, buddy.
Awesome. So what are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to drag his body as far as I can, which I think is around 10 feet if we're going off half of my remaining movement. Then I'm going to throw him to the ground and lay on him, trying to cover as much of him as possible, basically making myself a shield for them guys.
Oh shit. Well, mechanically speaking, if you're trying to smother the detonation, it will drastically reduce its area of effect. Although, be warned, it will also massively increase the damage. Are you sure you want to do this?
Don't do it, Raarh, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, Joe, I'm sure. I'm not about to lose any more of my family.
Raarh, with feral determination, you grapple the barbarian, hauling him to the ground beneath you. The glyphs and runes carved onto him blaze with a brilliance that strains your vision, their pulsating glow painting the world in alternating shades of perilous light and shadow. The searing heat radiates outwards, the infernal warmth charring your skin, each second feeling like an eternity as the scent of scorched flesh fills the air. But in the face of this imminent doom, a serene smile creeps onto your face. Your gaze sweeps over the comrades you've bled with, fought alongside, cherished. Your kin by spirit, if not by blood. With a final, resolute glance at the barbarian, you close your eyes, surrendering to the destiny you've chosen, shielding your family with every ounce of your strength. To the onlookers, the scene unfolds like a nightmarish tapestry. The ground trembles as if Sylvanus himself writhes in agony. A cataclysmic explosion ensues, its force so potent it feels like the very sinews of the world are tearing apart. The concussive wave thrusts each of you off your feet, the world a blur of motion, dirt, and blinding light. The sounds of battle are drowned in the deafening roar, leaving behind an oppressive silence filled with absolute dread.
Raarh, buddy, are you okay?
We will find out next time, because that is the end of this session. See you later, guys.
Are you fucking kidding me?